Matthias is unconscious.
She's going for Matthias. She's
T-posing.
pulling with all her might.
Bradford would fly over and just give him a potion to get him up real quick.
Oh, I have lay on hands.
Hey,
Yeah, I
he's
could
still
lay on
on
hands
touch.
and help him up.
Oh, that works too.
I can lay on hands both of you.
If the sun
Thank
collapses into Lake Miri, will it just destroy the whole town?
Destroy it.
Take 10 for both of you in case it's relevant.
You never know at this rate.
Uh-huh.
Matthias is dazed and reeling. Yeah, he's taking cover. He's got 3 points of madness.
Hergrin's got 2 and she's running with you.
I have no idea how we could possibly stop a sun.
Quinn's flying up. He goes 100, he goes 120, doubles with pace to 240, 480 when he bonus action dashes, 960 if he actually chooses to dash.
You're
So
flying up?
He's flying up. He's not leaving Rohan
Closer to the sun?
He's not leaving
Closer
Rohan
to
to
the
fly up there.
madness?
He's not leaving Rohan to fly up there alone.
Roll me an insight and a perception.
Oh boy. Alright, so
Fly.
this is
Can we
where
go with him on
all...
that?
This is where all the bad luck comes back, by the way. Okay,
That's
that tracks. But alternatively, we're gonna use divine inspiration. Alternatively, we're gonna use divine inspiration. Okay, let's go. Hey, I get 6 temp HP. And then you said perception. I don't have ability to roll that. I will say though, Clint is one of the few people that actually can get closer to the sun. Because if he has advantage on resisting maddening effects, he takes 1 point of madness a round, we'll say. He could just keep shadow impulsing, burning one madness around. So he actually can maintain stable. In theory. Probably hurts like a son of a bitch, but... Oh, whoa! Angel!
As you start moving that way, you see he is very much not alone.
He's still going. Burning shadow instincts, but going nonetheless.
What about the rest of you?
We have people taking cover, people healing, dragging
Taking
unconscious.
cover.
Healing and taking cover, yes.
To those of you there, what's the best way to put this in? Caster calls out, "We've got to get the civilians to safety. If that sun comes down, this whole place collapses. And there's nothing worth saving if everyone's dead."
Where could we possibly take shelter from something that huge?
How are we going to get them all there fast enough?
You see him cock a head like that. The place that saved these people last time.
Matthias wasn't here last time, blinks at him.
Peregrine wasn't here last time. Blinked at him.
The tree, under the tree. He means under the tree. Sorry, you guys
Alright,
weren't here
then
for
let's
that one.
move.
We'd have to go deep. Very deep.
Bradford, do you have your sending still?
I'm gonna say yes. Sure.
Send the Grand Watcher so he can tell everyone what to do.
Yeah, the quickest update of a sun's about to hit Lake Miri. We need to get everyone into the tree. Civilians, watchmen, everyone.
All watchmen, the word goes out to you. As you get the word out, Caster summons his clone and starts getting ready to move. Takes a look at the sun one last time, then moves out.
was going to do one thing. An idea for something weird. Speak with plants. Would it be possible to try and talk to the tree to, I guess, like, use its roots to dig tunnels for people to get underground?
Oh shit, that's so cool.
Emergency evac routes all over town.
Exactly.
That actually would be pretty fucking cool.
I just books it over there.
What do you say?
What does he say? The people of this town need you again. I'm sorry to ask more of this. More of you. They need to get under the earth. It's the only thing I can say from what's up, that thing. I really hope this thing actually.
As you say this, you hear nothing but silence. Till a small firefly lands on your shoulder.
Oh, there's next to nothing.
And you feel the ground begin to shake.
Okay, that spell did actually work. I was kind of concerned about that.
What did you do?
I asked it for help.
And forgotten to provide. Good job.
Thumbs up. We should get inside.
As you start getting people down to tunnels, you see ground collapsing and contorting all over the place as these roots spread. Meanwhile, as you are flying up, barely hanging on, barely holding on, Rohan, he looks down at you as he flies up, two heads missing, burning with radiant light, unable to recover themselves. He just says, "This should have been wonderful. This day should have been full of chaos and carnage."
Instead, it is filled with hope. And that you cannot kill.
He grabs you with another arm. "Let's try." As he reaches down and stabs his claw into you.
Bare hand block. Well.
35? That's gonna put me down.
He sees you go limp and just says, "Fall like the rest."
There it goes.
Rohan, you begin to plummet down to the earth as all the memories of your life flash before you. All the things you did, all the things you wish you could have done. But you weren't alone. Clint, you see him falling.
He sees the Sangelia still where she is, or is she moving as well?
As he falls from her, she simply sits there and waits.
He will begin moving to intercept Rohan, fishing out his amulet and peering at Regalna and the Sangelia through the talisman. Anticipating a flashbang from one of them, but just double checking.
As you look through the talisman, it glows brighter than it ever has as this feather begins to radiate energy. The moment it came for is finally here.
I did it! I'm finally done being a courier!
What do you do with this amulet? You have 3 targets. Who do you actually shoot? You can load it up in your gun.
I was about to say.
Nice.
Who do you shoot it at?
He will shoot it at Regona. The folkloric weakness demanded that light be invested into him for him to die, so it has to go into him.
Well, I ask you. Your choice is your own. But which path do you take?
Revitalize an angel. Save your friend. Guarantee the kill. Whatever implications those have.
Roll an insight.
Oh boy.
Does he have advantage because he's the holy rogue?
30's enough. What do you put your faith in?
By all accounts, Quinn puts his faith in himself. Everything else is just a tool on the way there. He knows he can save Rohan himself. The question is, does he have faith in the light to vanquish evil on his behalf, or if he should just kill the fucking thing himself? He'll have faith. He will give the talisman back to the light.
Roll me a charisma save.
It's good thing I have Donner's mask on. Gonna need this. Can I give myself a bardic?
You can.
Alright, might need it. Alright. You know, that's as good as you could almost as good as you could possibly get, but just in case. Let's make it as good as I could have possibly gotten.
31, 32. As light blares so much that it cures you of your madness.
Hey.
But your threads of consciousness are fraying at the ends. You hear 3 words from the Singelia. What is your bardic die?
It is a D8.
Okay, it's a D10 now.
Let's go.
Oh shit.
You hear the words as you fall from consciousness. Arise, my blade.
Wait, what happens for Lucky though? What happens for Lucky though? Can I cast, as I'm fading, one last thing?
What do you do?
He will tap into his fiendish influence and cast this as he's trying to dive bomb towards Rohan. If we both hit the ground at the same time, then neither of us will spot on impact in theory.
As you lose consciousness, you cast this spell. And Rohan, you gain consciousness.
What state is he in?
You look down upon this world and your falling comrade who did so much to get you here. And all around the world, and see it in colors that no one has probably ever seen it and lived to tell about it. All the dusk and darkness is wilted away, and colors you don't even have words for appear at the horizon As you look up in this beautiful and bright world, you see this dark stain holding this fetid sun as he grabs it and hurls it down.
I think he spares the briefest moment. He's still in Psylink. Say to Clint. Thank you.
You, sir, can send out a message to up to roll me 2d20, drop the lowest.
Okay.
Damn.
You can
two
send a
rolls.
message to 8 people.
The same message or 8 distinct messages?
8 distinct.
Can I come up with them later?
Absolutely.
Okay. After session then. Yeah. After session. But right now, after he sends these messages out with what I thought, Clint seems to be encased in some kind of gravity dampening magic, correct?
Until the sun comes down on him.
Until the sun comes down on him. That sun up there, says Rohan, pointing.
Correct.
And now he's breaking the fourth wall too.
Rohan doesn't want that sun there. He can only jump. Can he fly? For the briefest of moments.
A cloud of wind swirls under your feet, and like the legend of Jinns of old, you arise on it. Every breath you take, you smell a new aroma, but it burns deeper in your lungs. This will not last forever.
It will last long enough. He cocks his fist back. And with all the might he can muster, fly towards the sun, intercept it, and deliver a punch that can do the impossible. Like he was taught.
Bradford, I need you to roll me a perception.
I don't have any use of my hunter's instinct. Would you allow me to have one for this?
Yes.
Okay. I have to ask. Don't know if I have guidance. I'm assuming I do. Perception. 35.
You witness everything that is happening here. As this sun gets low, that the trees and the crops begin to wither and burn. You see Rohan go right to it and take it head on. Bradford, you have an assignment.
Apparently. Oh, bro, what?
This is a moment that goes in the book.
Oh my god.
It goes in the book.
Rohan, you fly up towards this falling sun and make contact with it. It slams into you to the point it starts knocking you back as you hear profane cackling from the other side of it as he stomps repeatedly on this sun that is barreling into you. Every inch of fabric on you incinerates. And once again, you're being asked if you can withstand the heat. So what do you do?
He'll bring his other hand up, dig his fingers into this solar surface, this fell radiance, and he's going to try to throw it. He's going to try to throw it far too high than any being has the right to be.
As you grab it, and all your veins now are illuminated under your skin with pure fire, roll me 5 advantage athletics.
Okay.
5?
Tinkle.
One for every mile I have to move this fucking thing.
Nah, it's advantage actually.
1.
Okay, so I'll start.
Even need.
What
Two.
the? Oh, wait, hey, yo!
3.
That's still pretty good.
Not 20 anyways.
4. 5.
These got auto boosted though too. So
Yeah,
pretty good.
that last one is actually a 30.
The lowest you can get is 30, and you got 2 nat 20s as a bonus.
Oh,
and the third one's not terrible. That one's pretty good.
could you have ever even failed? Let's do the math.
What's the
Oh
average?
boy. Oh, and the sun takes 25 fire damage, by the way. 5 for each. 100.
As you grab this sun, you pull it and spin with it, and as you do, you see the cackling form of Regalna as his face turns to shock as he sees you spin around with this sun and begin to launch it right back at him. Any last words?
I think the last words that leave his lips as his fingers leave the sun.
Strength within, dog.
As you spin this sun around and it collides in him, you hear him start to shout, but it fades away as the sun goes higher and higher and higher before exploding. You feel a hand on your shoulder with flowing orange blonde locks that looks down at you and gives a simple nod before fading away. Un momento.
Uno momento.
You look down on this city as your vision begins to fade. You did as much as one man could. As you look at your hands that begin to unmake themselves into pure light, what is Rohan's last thought?
that those he cares about prepare themselves for Alvasora. And that at the end of this, may they, those they cherish, or those that come after, bask in the warmth of a real sun.
And with that, Rohan fades. After several few minutes, the world goes silent around you. All of you underneath, it's quiet. As you begin to make your way back up, back to this world above, you see the buildings half charred, some reduced to ash, the crops burned to cinder, all the trees ruined. The last little bit of prosperity has been choked out of this place. Zane, being one of the first ones out, what do you do?
And who have we seen fall so far?
Everyone that you could gather, you gathered underneath. The only one unaccounted for were Rohan and Clint.
Let's see. Do I have something for this? Maybe? I don't have find person, damn it. Just, I guess I'm look out over the town, see if anything at all is left.
It looks like the description of towns after wars of old, where a conquering army would be denied, and thus would raze the city to the ground. As you look upon the destruction, Peregrine, you come out of where you were sitting. As you do, you see the same thing he saw. But with you comes a middle-aged man, holding back kids of his as he looks upon where his farm used to be. And as you take in the destruction, you just hear him say, "We're ruined."
But you're alive. She'll turn to him. And you have your children. I'm sorry that your home is gone. But do not push aside the fact that you are still here. Buildings can be rebuilt. Towns can be remade. It will be alright. She takes off her mask. It'll be alright.
He, with tears streaming down his face, how do I even go about telling them? He wipes him away. God, it sounds so ungrateful. You and your people have saved our lives.
You're mourning. And you're allowed to do such. I don't know how you're going to tell them. But you'll find a way. In time, they'll understand.
As he looks towards you, a lot of the sadness fades, and the same eyes that you would have seen in your hometown that would have looked on you with suspicion and contempt look so grateful. Thank you. Thank you for everything. As he goes back, kneels down, and grabs his young children in his arms and begins explaining to them. Others start coming out, and you see some of the pale folk rushing towards the center of the town.
She'll see if there's anyone in a similar state that that man was that she can try and comfort in this time.
Absolutely. Bradford,
Ooh.
you see David, one of the leaders of the natives here, rush towards the tree that you were not so far from. And as he makes his way over there, he sees nothing but ash and ruin. This tree, which stood through so many dark times, through so many hard years, has finally been reduced to ash.
Yeah. It gave everything it could for everyone around it. But did you know that ash is really good for soil? Really helps new crops spring up from what was there. Not the nutrients, not the life.
As Hartley puts a hand on your shoulder, that it does, young man, that it does. Roll me a survival with advantage.
Oh, God,
Do you have any
shoot.
spell slots left?
I actually have a lot of spell slots left.
What's your highest level?
Actually, I used my third ones. Only 2. Only.
Okay, add +8 to your roll.
Alright. So I got
That person you knew from your childhood is actually a spy.
Oh my god. Bible. Then +8 on top
What's
of that.
8?
So 43.
43. That's
Underneath a burnt log and cinder, sense something near the top of this hill.
He runs over. He has wings, but I don't think he lets it carry him over there. He heads over to that. And then very gingerly lifts up the log because he doesn't want it to fall down and crush whatever's beneath it.
As you do, you lift the log and move aside the rubble and soot and see the smallest little 2-leaf sprout from where once was.
Oh, that's my phone going off. I don't have. He doesn't need to cast a spell for this. He takes out like one of his little concoctions and tries to, I guess, give just like very small amounts of it to it, because like these aren't just alcohol or anything. This is, some of them are literally like Logain's Garden, which is just essence of life. And he tries to invigorate it a little bit.
As you do, it weeds up a little more, but almost as if coughing, spits out a little seed onto the ground. One unlike any you've seen before.
What type of seed is it? New tree seed. He would wave David over, because this is his town, and show him that the little seed is there, and allow him to choose where to plant it next.
That's you do. He looks at it.